make it I swear どこで壊れたの friends We are the world We are the children
From this episode, I want to learn how history was made culturally, like fashion, music, and technology. And do you have any favorite era? Like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or maybe even 2010s, I would say. Oh my gosh, it looks so old. But it's true because it's already 2020, so it's the new era of the generation. If you don't have any, you can decide from my MIREI TV. I'm gonna do with the modern era, such as like from 80s. Like I chose 80s for today because I was born in 1998, but I am strongly influenced by my parents, and they spent their youth in the 80s, so they often sang and listened to the songs then. So I want to start learning about modern culture from the 80s, and will continue moving forward to the newer era. And today, I chose Let Me Be as the first song because those songs are strongly influenced by 80s hip-hop, which is my huge favorite. So today's first song is Let Me Be, and let me change my settings into the singing environment. Let's go.
I'm so freaking done since you act like the one for me. Talk to me like that. You must think I've gone crazy. I've been trying to fit in this box that you in, but I'm not just a cute thing to hold. And all this bad behavior got me on my knees. Say please, oh please, just let me be, just let me be. All the love you give is fabricated, I can see. Just let me be, just let me be. All the love you give is working, it just make believe. Don't you know how to treat somebody? Oh, don't you know how to receive my loving, baby? Just let me be, just let me be. All the love you keep it working, it's just make believe. Oh, it's just make believe. You don't know how to treat somebody. Oh, we just make believing. Thank you.
So let's start today's MIREI TV. I want to introduce both Japanese and American culture because I was influenced by both, and my parents too. So today I want to go with technology and culture, and it was quite similar in both countries because people who spent their youth in 80s were called Generation X, and they were no personal phones like mobile phones. They weren't. And in the late 80s, Motorola released the very first mobile phone, but however it was very heavy and the battery didn't last for more than 3 hours. I can't believe it, but that was like that. Like, look at this. Like this part is the phone, and the rest of it, the huge thing, is the battery. Can you believe it? And it was super heavy at the time. It was like carrying this heavy phone. Can't believe it. And the price. And the battery didn't last for more than 3 hours in this size. No way. And the price was very super expensive. And so not many people had it yet. However, in Japan, actually, late 80s was the bubble era. So many people seem to have it as a status. So without smartphones, how did children enjoy their holidays at the time? Right? And the answer is in Japan. Because in the 80s, Japanese company Nintendo released the family computer, as known as NES. I didn't know that it was called NES. We all call it Famicom. But it looks like this. Do you know this? And the very first Super Mario Brothers was released with the NES. And not only children, but the whole family enjoyed it. And as a result, the official guidebook for Super Mario, like a lot of like cheat codes and some like, I don't know how to clear it, became the best-selling book for 2 years. Can't believe it. It's crazy. In the 80s was not only the beginning of the game, but listening to music personally. Almost the same time as Mario's release, Sony released a portable music player called Walkman, and it sold over 4 million pairs in an instant. It looks like this. Do you know this? And at that time, music was only able to play through the big players and share with someone by the speakers. But Walkman made music more personal, and I have to be really thankful to Sony, right? But like, I didn't know it was about the cassette tape player is the first Walkman, because when I was young, there were iPod and Walkman. It was like two tops in Japanese portable music players, but it only like plays of MP3 or WAV, I would say. It's not the CD and MD. Like, you record it and you play it, and the tape will be old, so you cannot play it forever. And if you copy it, the quality is gonna be very lower, right? And also, like, did you know that the first model of Walkman had 2 earphone jacks? Did you know about that? I didn't know that. There are 2 earphone jacks in like this area, right? The 2 holes was to share it to 2 people, like 2 earphones, right? Actually, I need it right now to share my music to my friends and family. Yeah, I need 2 jacks though, but that made the fact more obvious that the music was to share with someone at the time, and I think it's so interesting. So here, I want to sing one of my favorite 80s hits, and it's called Living on the Player by Bon Jovi. And it was my parents' favorite for a long time ago, and I might have listened to this song since I was with my mom. My mom's body. So, but it never ages.
Told me you used to work on the docks. Unit's been a strike. His son on his luck is tough. baby, for love, for love. She said we've got to hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Tommy's got a 6-ring knock. Though it's holding in what he used to make it talk so tough. It's tough. Gina dreams of running away when she cries in the night. Tommy whisper, baby, it's okay. Someday we've got to hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer, living on a prayer. Ooh. Oh, we've got to hold on, ready or not. You live for the night when it's all that you got. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Thank you.
So next, I want to introduce Japanese fashion and music trends from the 80's. Yes, continuing from technology and some things. So, in Japan, the genre called new music was huge from the late 70's to the early 80's. And now it's called city pop all over the world and appraised worldwide, isn't it? So the most famous new music song all over the world right now would be Stay With Me by Miki Matsubara. So I'm gonna play it. If I play it, maybe you might know it. Her vibrato, like stay with me. I love it. Her voice is so like strong. So this song is called Stay With Me, and in the center of Japanese music, there's always idols, and Miki Matsubara is one of them. Did you know that? She was an idol. Can't believe like the idols are singing so beautiful in that era. Seiko Matsuda, Miki Imai, Io Matsumoto, and more idols were singing city pop in the 80's, and I can't believe how legendary the era was, because like everyone is so beautiful, everyone is so independent, and everyone's super good at dancing and singing at both like at the same time. They were all like so professional. You should watch it. And in the 80's, the magazine called Olive was super popular to Japanese girls. And the model of Olive is Parisian, but it's the mixture of Japanese otaku cute culture. And mainly it's about big ribbons or frills and colors in cute red or pink dresses. And in Olive, an idol was huge as a model, and she's called Kyoko Koizumi, and she's still a beautiful singer and actor. Like she appears on the NHK morning drama called Ama-chan, and she was singing the song at there, and she's still super beautiful. Like she never ages. And here's her song called Nante Tatte Idol, which means no matter what, I'm an idol. So let's go. I'm gonna play it. Those like cute red and the big ribbons and frills. Kawaii na. What is that puppet? Oh my gosh! But that was the song called Nante Tatte by Kyoko Koizumi, and it was huge. It's very popular song, and it's also written by, the lyrics were written by the Akimoto Yasushi, who is the producer of AKB48 and produced 48. Yes, the IZ*ONE's audition program. So she, like, those vivid red was the trend color back then, the 80s, and the black ribbons, which are made with leather. So those cute and strong mixtures looks very 80s, and I love it. 80s fashion is such a beautiful fashion. Love it. And so the next trend is called bodycon fashion, and it comes from the English word body conscious, and it's in the late 80s, and the bubble era came to Japan, and people had plenty of money to play around the city. I envy them so much. Come back, bubble era. And many of them went to the Japanese disco, and the biggest disco was called Maharaja, and they had a fashion check by the security. Like they had like fashion age check, and they can't get in with cultural clothing such as jeans or t-shirt or like something I'm wearing right now. Like it's so casual. And the most famous and cute fashion there was bodycon dress, and it means like body conscious, so you have to emphasize this shape of your body. Here's one of the idols who represented disco fashion in Japan, Shizuka Kudo. I'm gonna play it. Look at those like super like v-neck and those belts. I love the choreo so much. Like, it's so catchy. I love how like 80s idol sing and dance at the same time by themselves, like alone. Right now they're all like many singers, not only the idols are singing with the back dancers, backing ups, and they're all like back bands, back dancers, and but she like in this era everyone is singing this at the same time very hard but in alone, and I really respect them. And this choreography is so awesome, so iconic. And did you know that she is married to the Kimura Takuya, who is the super famous biggest Japanese idol, and their daughters are super beautiful, and they are like doing the ambassador of the Chanel and some like brands, and they are super cute, and they are literally the mixture of them, the parents. That was Shizukakudo. And Japanese drama in the era was called trendy drama. And in 88, there was a drama called Dakishimetai, and the main actresses had the same family name Asano. Because of that, they were called Double Asano, and the beauty and fashion became very popular. And it looks like this. Can you see it? I'll make it bigger. Those like off shoulder, and they're like those kinds of like doing like very long, and they have no bangs, like my hair right now. It was called one length, and so one length bodycon was the set in the Japanese bubble fashion, and I love it. So here, let me sing one of my favorite 80s J-pop songs, which is called Rebecca's Friend. And in the 80s, many girl bands debuted and grew their popularity, and Rebecca was one of them. And her performance and fashion really inspired me, the vocal Nokko-san. And while I watched the live performance together with my mom on VHS, I still remember it, and it's my favorite. So the next song is called Friends by Rebecca, and today I'm gonna go with the piano acoustic.
「口づけを交わした日はママの顔さえも見れなかった」「ポケットのコイン集めて」「一つずつ夢を数えたね」あれは二人の隠れ家秘密のメモリーをどこで壊れたの Friends うつむく日は見つめ合って指をつないだらしたねえ君は覚えている夕映えによく似合うあの曲黙り込む君がいつも悲しくて口ずさんだのに今時は流れてセピアに染まるメロディーを二度と戻れないよ Friends 谷よりも遠く見えていつも走ってた Oh Friends あの瞳が愛しいどこで壊れたの Oh Friends うつむく日は見つめ合っ 息が止まる気がした二度と戻れないよ Friends 他人よりも遠く見えていつも走ってた Oh Friends あの瞳が愛しい
At last, let me review American 80s music and fashion. And I think 80s pop music was a genre established in musical culture. And it's by the king, queen, and prince of the pop. So of course it's about Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Prince. And they mixed up many kinds of music into a song, and it turned into the totally fresh sounds. And the mixture of all kinds of new and fresh things would be pop music, in my opinion. And as for fashion, many new kinds of culture were established in the 80s, and one of them is hip-hop. And the old school hip-hop style became very popular, and the fashion looked so cute in colorful, oversized looks. And Salt-N-Peppa is one of the musicians who gave a big influence culturally too. So here's a song by them called Push It. Push it real good. Push it. I'm gonna be like a kid. I love how they can dance so smooth with the vibe. Like they rap and dance. I love it. Ooh, baby, baby. Oh, I love it. That's a song called Push It. And did you see the big jacket, colorful, oversized jacket? That's so 80s. I love it. So the next one I want to introduce is punk culture. And punk is a genre of rock music. And if you imagine the female rock star, that's what it is. They wear leather jacket, ripped jeans, band t-shirt, and cute boots were the trend back then. And Cyndi Lauper is definitely one of the influential people, and here's her song called Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. So let's watch it together. It's a live video because she was wearing the dress in her music video. Look at how her cute, like, bloomy hair and her crushed jeans. Love it. Her songs are very, like, bright but also passionate, and I love how she sings, like, while jumping, and her vocal is still stable. And I went to see her concert in Tokyo about 4 years ago, and she didn't change at all. Like, her performance was so, like, performance never ages, and her fashion was so on point, and mostly her voice brought me back to the 80s. Even though I wasn't born in the 80s, but I loved it. I loved it so much. It was such a good memory of me. I love it. So the last one I want to introduce is sporty fashion. And in the 80s, not only functional but colorful and fashionable sportswear became a trend. And after Olivia Newton-John's song Physical went viral all over the world, this sporty fashion became one of the styles, and it became not only for the gym, but anywhere. So let me play the song Physical. What kind of concept is it? Like physical, and they were like working out. So sporty fashion is very motivating since it will show your body line very clearly. It's more than body conscious dresses. And so it's so motivating. And also, while you can express yourself by the colors of the clothes, right? So yeah, I can understand why it's trend. It's like nowadays, jersey sweaters are really trendy, right? But they are wearing with the hard workout of the hips. Like look at those like Hollywood celebrities like Kylie Jenner and some like Kardashian families. They all wearing the like sporty fashion but with the butt. Maybe that's a history and that's a culture from the 80s, I guess. So, I introduced a few of the trends of Japanese and American 80s culture and more. Did you find something you like and you might try out? I thought I want to try Japanese olive fashion. It's super cute. The last song I want to sing is maybe the biggest song in the 80s, and it's called We Are the World in a cappella. So it's such a great song with so many personalities and characteristics in one song. I am always amazed by how they can express themselves in like one line. So, and also, they are like showing their personalities through the songs, but they unite in the songs too, right? That's the power of music. So let's go. I'm gonna record it. Okay, got the first one. Hi. I got the second one. Right. Okay, so let's go in a cappella the song We Are the World. We are the world.